There's music here tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Cafe Lena. Thanks for watching this live stream production from Saratoga Springs, New York. These live streams are made possible by the generous support of the Sarah B. Folk Charitable Fund and by our community of subscribers. Special thanks to our Virtuoso level subscribers and lifetime Cafe Lena members. By buying a ticket for this performance, you're supporting independent music and the mission of our historic nonprofit venue. Enjoy your front row seats for this show, live from Cafe Lena.
Good evening, everybody. Wow, I think it's almost as much of a show out there as it's going to be up here. It's so beautiful to see all of you. It feels a little bit like time traveling to have this group in the room. And, you know, this represents just decades and decades of friendships. And on this evening, every single one of those friendships connects through the person who's going to be standing on this stage. Yes. I think if you just take a moment to think about the number of sparks that he has lighted in musicians, and the number of bands that he has been part of, where he heard something in that band leader and he just made it come alive and rise to the next level. And so it's a lifetime spent making other people shine. And tonight, Peter shines. Please give him a huge welcome, Peter Davis.
Thank you and good night. My manager over here, Paul Rosenberg, told me that Shy Baldwin's manager told him not to stay in the green room. And so I was out here mingling with the people because he told me to do it. Okay, see if you guys know this one. Sing that. Let's keep going. So that one, it was a little bit, it's like beauty would, beauty could you, would you, should you be mine. Okay, let's try it. Start over. Sing anything. 1, 2, 3. It's a neighborly day for a beauty would, a beautiful way for a neighbor. Should you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to be a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to be in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day when we're together. Won't you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Now milk this part. Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Very good. There's a certain amount of songs I'm going to do tonight that I've always wanted to play with people in bands, and they have always vetoed them. You know, in a band, there's veto power. And and tonight I can do anything I want. So part of this is going to be songs like that, songs that I've kind of always wanted to play and haven't played, and some stories about my life in music, what happened to me growing up, how did I get to this place that I am right now. And it started when I was a baby. I was when I was a baby, I was one of those kids that could sing before they could talk or walk. The only records that my parents played in the house, and this was at the very beginning of 33 records. My dad got a hi-fi with long playing records. The only records they played was opera music. And the story of my toddlerhood was that my dad was a dentist in the Army in World War II. And in early 1945, my mother took a train trip from Long Island to Chicago, where he was fixing people's teeth before they went overseas. And I was entertaining the people in the train car by singing certain opera arias at, age 1.5 or something like that. So I remember the tune, one of them, and so I'd like to do it for you here tonight. I don't remember the words, but And I did sing it on the phone 2 nights ago to my 90-year-old cousin, Ronald B. Davis in Orono, Maine, to find out which opera this came from. And he actually came up with it. Thank you, Ronald. He's watching tonight. It's the quartet from Rigoletto. Yes. Oh, good. So I want you to sing it with me. I'll teach it to you. It goes like this. La, 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 la. Sing that. La, 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, let's sing it all together. And now, if you want to, let a bit of opera come into you. Take a deep breath, and let's, don't worry about the other people hearing you. I can tell it's a very shy audience. Here we go. La 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 la. Ready, go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Thank you, and thank you, Giuseppe Verdi. So, after that, my parents knew that I was some kind of a musical child, and they gave me piano lessons when I was 5. And I was pretty good at it, but after 6 months, the teacher fired me. Why? Because I wasn't reading the notes. I was playing by ear. And then I had a series of other lessons. I took accordion lessons for 2 weeks, but I didn't like how the teacher's house smelled. I took violin lessons for, a little while, but I couldn't get anything out of it, right away. And finally, I was handed a clarinet in 4th grade, and I stuck with that for quite a while. I ended up playing the Mozart Clarinet Concerto, not with an orchestra. Anyway, in 9th grade, Mr. Singer, the band teacher, handed me a saxophone and showed me the blues scale. And sometime during that year, some 18-year-old guys invited me to be in their band. Richie and the Debonaires is the name of it. And I'm going to play for you the first song that I ever played in a band. It's by Larry Williams, the great New Orleans composer and singer, a guy that wrote a lot of Little Richard's hits and had his own hits. But it has a riff, and I want you to learn the riff because I had to play the riff part on the saxophone, and tonight I'm not going to do that. So it is really the blues scale, and the riff sounds like this. Da 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 da. And then it switches to the 4 chord. It actually goes up to, and then at the end it goes, I love her, she loves me, oh how happy making love underneath the apple tree. Then the riff. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Okay, here we go. First song I ever played in the band, Richie and the Debonaires, 1958. I got a gal named Bonnie Maloney. She's as skinny as a stick of macaroni. You ought to see her dancing with her blue jeans on. Well, she's not very fat, she's just a skin and bone. 'Cause I love her, she loved me. Oh, how happy now we can be, making love underneath the apple tree. Well, I told her mama and her papa too, just exactly what I want to do. We're gonna get married in the night in June and do the rock and roll by the light of the moon. 'Cause I love her, she loved me. Oh, how happy now we can be, making love underneath the apple tree. And now, it's just time for a solo. I'll sing something and you repeat it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. 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 'Cause I love her, she loved me. Oh, how happy now we can be, making love underneath the apple tree. Down, 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 down. Well, she's my one and only, she's my heart's desire. She's a real live wire. Oh, everybody turns when my baby walks by. Down, 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 down. Oh, she's a go-getter, she gives them the eye. Down, 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 down. 'Cause I love her. Oh, how happy now we can be, making love underneath the apple tree. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Thank you. You guys are good singers and you're not shy. So during that 9th grade year, I started playing in bars with the older guys. And my life has been shaped in so many different ways, lots of twists and turns, the vicissitudes of, what's a good word? The vicissitudes of Peter. So what happened is, in September of that year, they sent me to Quaker boarding school. And in Poughkeepsie, New York, Oakwood School, which is the oldest coeducational boarding school in North America. And they didn't have really a music program, but I soon met a girl who was good friends with the Baez family, and also the closest thing to a music teacher we had, who, because he was banned by the HUAC committee, he was blacklisted. He happened to live near Poughkeepsie. And this guy used to come a lot to our school and sit on the floor and play the banjo with us. You can guess who that is. Pete Seeger. Yes. I guess I should play the banjo. I had a request for this tune. I know every song ever written, except for 6. So this is a song that I learned. It's got a chorus. And since I have some of my grandkids here tonight, this song is called I'm My Own Grandpa. You have to listen to the words now to get it. Oh, many, many years ago, when I was 23, I got married to a widow. She was pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter with a hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon the pair were wed. Here's the chorus. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know. It seems funny, I know. But it really is so. Well, this made my dad my son-in-law, and it changed my married life. My daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Well, this little baby then became the brother-in-law to Dad, who soon became my uncle, though it made me very sad. For if he was my uncle, then he also was the brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who was also my stepmother. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Oh, sounds good. I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Well, my father's wife then had a son, which kept me on the run, and soon became my brother, 'cause he was my father's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, although it makes me blue, 'cause every time I think of it, she's my grandmother too. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know, it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Well, if my wife is my grandmother, I'm my own grandchild. And every time I think of it, it drives me nearly wild. For now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband to my grandmother, I'm my own grandpa. Last time, I'm my own grandpa. Everybody, I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Yeah, good job. Woo. So, a lot of twists and turns going from Boney Maroney to folk music, but Pete really used to sing with us, and this was the late, 1959, 60, and 61. I graduated high school in 61, And my mother was always, since the 1930s, a left-wing peace activist. And she was just tickled pink that I was going to this Quaker school and not playing rock and roll music in bars. There weren't very many people playing that kind of music that weren't professionals in 1957, 58. You know, there weren't too many kid groups that were like playing it at all. It was really at the beginning of the genre. But let's do and then my mom took me to Carnegie Hall sometime during high school to see the Weavers. So I like to do a song with you. This one is really totally opposite from Boney Maroney. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw the mighty room was filled with women and men, and the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the paper was all signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all bowed their heads and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and swords and guns and uniforms were scattered on the ground. So I'll help you with the words. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever had before. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed. I dreamed the world had all agreed. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room. Dreamed I saw a mighty filled with women and men, filled with women and men, and the paper they were signing, and the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. When the paper was all signed, and when the paper was all signed, and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands, and bowed their grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and swords and guns and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Thank you. Thank you severely, as Laughing Lou Gardner used to say. So there was a guy that used to live in Saratoga here. His name was Owen McGee. Some of you might remember Owen. He was married to Liz Hood of Huxtable, Christensen and Hood. And he was a philosopher king, could do a lot of things. He was a songwriter. Not too many people know about his songs. And here's one. It's a little bit on the same theme as the last one that I recorded with a group called the Whippersnappers with me and George Wilson and Frank Orsini. It's called Wild Deer Run. you come of age, a carpenter you shall be. But when I come of age, I'll run away from home, saying, Father, I must lay down your hammer and your nails for the tools of my own. I live in the forest where the wild deer run, never give but a passing thought to my father's home. And when I was a young man, my father said to me, son, when you come of age, a soldier you shall be. But when I come of age, I run away from home, saying, Father, I must lay down your swords and guns for the weapons of my own. I live in the forest where the wild deer run, never give but a passing thought to my father's home. Someday there'll be a young man and he'll call himself my son. He'll ask me, Father, please tell me the way you've come. So I wrote this little song, mostly so I could see that I won't feel so terribly bad when he walks away from me. I live in the forest where the wild deer run, never give but a passing thought to my father's home. Thank you. This is a tenor guitar. It's got 4 strings tuned in the mandolin family. And I used to be a tenor banjo player in at the Saratoga racetrack. And it's a very short-lived gigs. This will be the 47th year of doing it. And next set, I'm going to tell you the entire story of how that gig came to pass. About 10 years ago, I found that the tenor banjo was too heavy, so I got one tenor guitar. In fact, the guy that turned me on to tenor guitars is sitting right there, Robert Van Renessa. And we were at Ashokan, Camp Ashokan together, and he had this amazing resonator guitar, and I tried it and I was hooked because it just sounded a lot better than a banjo to me. So anyway, here's a song that I do at the track. And it comes from the era of just before talking movies. I think it was, what was it, 1929? Yeah, and this is from the point of view of somebody who looks at his loved one's photograph and wishes that she could talk to him. And it's got a little echoey part, like I go like this. if I had a talking picture of you, I would run it every time I felt blue. Beautiful. I would show it in the gloom of my dark and lonely room and rejoice each time you whispered, I love you. Got to get that augmented note in there. You got it, you got it. On the screen each moment you came in view. We would talk the whole thing over, we two. I would give 10 shows a day and a midnight matinee if I had a talking picture of you. I look at your photograph each day. You should hear the lovely things I say. Oh, how very happy I would be if your photograph could talk to me. If I had a talking picture of you, I would run it every time I felt blue. I would show it in the gloom of my dark and lonely room and rejoice each time you whispered, I love you. On the screen each moment you came in view. We would talk the whole thing over, we two. I would give 10 shows a day and a midnight matinee if I had a talking picture of you. If I had a talking picture of you, I would run it every time I felt blue. I would show it in the gloom of my dark and lonely room and rejoice each time you whispered, I love you. On the screen each moment you came in view. Milk it. We would talk the whole thing over, we two. I would give 10 shows a day and a midnight matinee if I had a talking picture of you. They liked it. Who said that? Sally Field. They liked me. Sometime in the 1980s, I think, for about 15 years straight, after I got fired as a 9th grade English teacher, which was what brought me up to this area to start with, the day after that, I put an ad in the paper, guitar lessons. And so for about 15 years, I taught private guitar lessons full time. until I got to the point, some of my former students are here, and I also taught big group lessons at a thing called the Saratoga Arts Workshop. And I know at least one or two people from that place are here. And a guy called me for banjo lessons. And he came over, and he's a good-looking guy with an incredible voice. And I taught him, well, I couldn't exactly play like Earl Scruggs, but just like I did everything else, I faked it. And I could fake it pretty good. And so I taught him how to play the banjo. And about 7 years after that, a huge tour bus shows up in front of our house. It's him touring the world with a top 10 hit called Small Town Saturday Night, and his name was Hal Ketchum. And Hal used to do open mics right here at Cafe Lena. And so I like to do one of his songs. Maybe one more half step. And this is a song about something that happens to a lot of us in life. It happened to me, and it's about families that get split up. Now, Hal was a country music star, but his songs were a little bit above in content than the usual country music songs. So this is, it takes place in sometime in the 1800s. And it's a father who wants to give up his life and go prospecting, take covered wagons and go out west. And it's from the point of view of his son, and it's called Someplace Far Away. It sounds like this. Daddy brought home a photograph from the paper yesterday. Showed a line of wagons moving someplace far away. That picture made my daddy smile and it made my mama cry. Seems daddy's wagon load of dreams had somehow passed her by. And the dream that makes a sparrow fall can make an eagle fall. Sorry. And the dream that makes a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. One that makes a rich man money, it ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find it's all been broken too. Be careful what you're dreaming, 'cause it someday may come true. Well, he talked on all through supper time about a good prospector's life. He couldn't see Mama didn't want to be no good prospector's wife. He said we'd best sell out and leave before the winter gets too cold. Maybe buy ourselves an extra horse to carry all that gold. And the dream that makes a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. And one that makes a rich man money, it ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find it's all been broken too. Careful what you're dreaming, 'cause it someday may come true. I rose before the first light came to start the morning fire. wondering if that woman's will had cooled that man's desire. Inside the stove upon the coals an ashen paper lay, showed a ghostly line of wagons moving someplace far away. And the dream that lets a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. And one that makes a rich man money, it ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find it's all been broken too. Sing this part with me. Be careful what you're dreaming, for it someday may come true. One more time. Be careful what you're dreaming, 'cause it someday may come true. Thank you. So, Hal was important in a lot of ways to us. First of all, my wife Beverly and Hal sheetrocked some of our ceilings in the upstairs of our house together. He was a talented carpenter. And also, after Lena Spencer passed away, what year was it? Who knows? 1989? In 1989, a little while later, I was if those who don't know about her, she was an incredible bohemian woman who ran this place on a shoestring. It didn't look anything like this. She was always having to get help from people to survive. And she used to sit in the back playing Scrabble with Dorothea Brownell. And, but she kept this place going. She really did. Is there anybody here who has never been to Cafe Lena before? There are some. Yeah. So it's the oldest acoustic music, folk music coffee house continuously running in North America. And thank you. And Lena had an old piano right here, an old upright, and it was in really bad shape. But one thing that was good about it, she had a mirror on it, so that when you played the piano, you could see the other people in the band and people in the audience could see you. So I was on the board, and one of the things I decided, we got to have a good piano. So Bev and I thought about it, and we said, let's call Hal Ketchum. And we called him, and he came with his band and his van while he was on tour, and we held a concert at the Spa Little Theater with 300 or 400 people, and we raised the money to get the piano. And so now, Joel, I'm going to play the piano. Joel Moss is an unsung hero here at Cafe Lena. He does the live stream, and he's a great friend, and later I'm going to do a song that the two of us wrote. But now I'd like to do a song that I recorded with Jay Unger and Molly Mason. And I was playing at the Old Songs Festival in 1989, and the Old Songs Festival, if you are hired to play in a band or by yourself, they put you in different workshops with people from other bands and pick a topic. So I got put in a swing workshop with Jay and Molly, and it clicked. It looks like really it clicked, and it changed my life really to know them. And so this is from their album called The Lover's Waltz, and it's a song that Molly sings called It's All in Your Mind. And it was recorded in 1950 by a group called Loopers, Charlie Looper, Chicago Levere's Loopers. And that was a group and the song was written by Charlie Levere, and the vocal was done by Jack Teagarden on that. Switching a lot of gears here. When the world is heavy on your heart, when the things you plan on fall apart, you should laugh and sing, 'cause it doesn't mean a thing, it's all in your mind. What if clouds can gather in the sky? You could fly above them if you try. Give your heart its wings. There's many stranger things. It's all in your mind. Laugh every day. Smile. That's the way fortunes are made. You'll find your star right where you are, don't be afraid. Keep an idealistic point of view. Find the one that fate meant just for you. Never say too late, it'll happen if you wait. It's all in your mind. Smile, that's the way fortunes are made. You'll find your star right where you are. Don't be afraid. Keep an idealistic point of view. Find the one that fate meant just for you. Never say too late, it'll happen if you wait. It's all in your mind, all in your mind. I could use some water. If anybody could bring me some, that would be really good. So my son Tim is here tonight, and he feeds me a lot of great musical material. Thank you. Ice cold. All right. One of the things he told me about was this podcast called A History of Rock Music in 500 Songs, which is an amazing podcast that starts with swing music and goes all the way through the heart of the rock era. But there's a lot about that taught me that as I was growing up in the 1950s, the songs that you heard on the radio in the first half of the 1950s, unless you were in a metropolitan area like New York, Chicago, or LA, or a place like that, what you heard was Patti Page, Doris Day, Frank Sinatra, and stuff like that. And some novelty tunes. And those were known, as they are today, as the pop charts. And pop charts started, 80 years before that. There were also, separately with that and concurrently, country music had its own separate thing. But there's also a thing called the rhythm and blues charts. And that was music that was made by black people and listened to by black people, mainly in small radio stations in metropolitan areas. And this happened, it started with blues music and went all the way through to the 1960s. And what happened, if you were a teenager in the 1950s, gradually, as that decade went on, black musicians doing rhythm and blues type of music got on the pop charts. And to me, it was a revelation. And my parents had parties and stuff like that, and the relatives came. We had a big family. And one of my aunts, called Aunt Pearl, who is the aforementioned 90-year-old cousin Ronald B. Davis's mother, went into a record store in Brooklyn before they drove out to Long Island where we lived. And she said, my nephew likes rock and roll music. Do you have any good record for him? Well, the record that she brought me really changed my life. I mean, it was the first rhythm and blues music that I really got to hear. And it was on the Modern record label, which was from Los Angeles, and it had a lot of unknown to us artists. But if you listen to this podcast, you can find out a lot about this. So I like to do one of those songs now. Some of you have heard this one before. It's called Tick Tock, and it was done by the Cadets and Marvin and Johnny. It sounds like this. Wherever I put this, I'm going to spill it. That's called number 7. In this band I was in, Doc Scanlon's Rhythm Boys, we had numbers for everything. So when someone kicked over water, that was number 7. Anyway, this is the kind of song that I'm talking about. The kind of song that I'm talking about. Tick tock goes the clock, just like my baby don't know when to stop. She can rock and roll and wrap 'em up too, just like an old gal kidney stew. Oh baby please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh baby please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh baby please love me from now and evermore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Baby, don't you leave me in this fix. Ring, ring, ring goes the telephone. You know another king is on my throne. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please love me from now and evermore. Well, you give me all your loving and your turtle doving. A lot of kissing, honey, that ain't funny. Don't you give me just a little bit of loving, makes me feel so good. Oh baby please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh baby please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh baby please. me all your loving and your turtle doving. A lot of kisses, honey, that ain't funny. Why don't you give me just a little bit of loving? Makes me feel so good. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please love me from now and evermore. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes the bumblebee. You squeeze me and I squeeze thee. Kiss me once and kiss me twice. Oh, baby, you're in paradise. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, baby, please love me from now and evermore. Yeah. Oh, baby, please love me from now and evermore. Wow. I guess I got to keep track of time. I think it's time for this set almost to be over. So what would be a good last song? Okay.
What number was that?
What was the name of it?
No, the stand falls over.
Oh, yeah. All right. There is a guy that lived in Saratoga Springs named Lawrence Older. Before I do the last song for this set, thank you all for coming out, and I just want to take a little survey. How you got here. So some of you people are bandmates of mine in other bands. Let's hear it from those people. How many of those are here? They're very excited. We'll come back to you guys later. Some of our friends and neighbors from Saratoga Springs here and other people. How about family members? How about like band members that I play music with? I bet you there's some people here that don't know me at all and have just come to the show. So this guy, Lawrence Older, was known as the Adirondack Minstrel. He lived in Middle Grove, New York, and he was a guy, a true person who got the music handed down to him through the generations. He was a fiddler and a guitar player, and Joe Bruchac, who's here tonight, was undoubtedly a friend of his. Yeah, there he is. And I got to know him a little bit, and I'd like to finish off with a song you can help me sing. And it's his version of Froggy Went A-Courtin', sort of the Adirondack version of it. And the very first time this song was published in a book was in the late 1500s. So this is going to be the oldest song that I do. But this was his version. It's called King Kong Kitty Whatchakaimio. Can you say that? King Kong Kitty Whatchakaimio. That's going to be one thing to sing. And then Kaimo Kimo Kaimo Ki. Way down yonder in a hollow tree. Way down yonder in a hollow tree. A mouse and a bat and a bumblebee. A mouse and a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? And then repeat after me. Oh, that's not the key, is it? Uh-huh. My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? There was a frog lived in the spring, King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? And he had such a cold that he could not sing, King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. Mouse in a bat, a mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? Well, he rode till he came to Mouse's door. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Where he had been many times before. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. A mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? He said, Miss Mousy, will you marry me? King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? How happy we will be. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. A mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? Oh, not without Papa Rat's consent. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? I couldn't even marry the president. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. A mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Now I'm gonna do two of them in a row. My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? Next we're gonna do, next verse we're gonna do all of them together. Oh, where will the wedding supper be? King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Way down yonder in a hollow tree. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. Mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Here we go. My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? Try it again. My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? You'll get it the next time. Oh, they all went sailing across the lake. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? And they got swallowed up by a big green snake. Whew. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? Kimo-kee, way down yonder in a hollow tree. A mouse in a bat and a bumblebee. King Kong Kitty, what you kind me, yo? My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song. My-hi, my-ho, Ricky-ticky, tummy-tiddle, soup-back, penny-winkle, nip-cat, sing-song, kitty, what you kind me, yo? I'm coming back. Don't go away.
Louisiana on the rail line. Ooh.
Thanks for watching this live performance from Cafe Lena. You're supporting independent music and the mission of our historic nonprofit venue. You can find out more information about the legacy of Cafe Lena and our diverse programming at cafelena.org. Each ticket buyer will receive an email with access to this show for 1 week, and subscribers can find the archive in the recent live streams playlist on Cafe Lena TV. These live streams are made possible by our community of subscribers. Special thanks to our Virtuoso level subscribers and lifetime Cafe Lena members. Please consider becoming a subscriber to Cafe Lena TV. For $10 per month, you will have unlimited access to over 20 live streams each month, as well as on-demand access for 1 week after each live broadcast in the recent live streams playlist. Join us in building a sustainable platform for independent music. Cafe Lena TV is now available to subscribers on iOS and Android mobile apps, as well as on Roku smart TV devices. Just search Cafe Lena TV in the store and log in. You can leave an additional donation to support the artists on stage tonight by clicking the currency symbol below the chat and following the instructions to use the Cafe Lena tip jar. The Cafe Lena School of Music offers group music lessons in person and online. Each archived class is available for purchase, and subscribers to Cafe Lena TV can access the first week of select classes for free. Find out more about our music school and our amazing instructors at cafelena.org/school and find the available classes on Cafe Lena TV in the Cafe Lena School of Music section. The Cafe Lena online store is now open. Go to cafelena.org and click Shop to find all the current Cafe Lena merchandise, including shirts, hats, mugs, posters, and more. Come visit us on Phyla Street in Saratoga Springs, New York. We've got something going on every night of the week. We hope you're enjoying the show. Here are a few more of our upcoming concerts we think you might enjoy. Check out the full schedule in the upcoming live streams section of Cafe Lena TV and join us for more live music.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, if you could just make your way back to your seats. Peter is going to be back out in just a moment. There he is rehearsing. What a wonderful first set. Wasn't that just so special? It really felt so good. I don't know, to hear you all singing and to hear those old songs again. What a treat, Peter. Please don't make this your last solo show for another 50 whatever years. So before we start the second set, pick up a schedule. Please come back again. We'd love to see you. We're just doing everything we can to kind of rebuild the venue after the big shutdown and get the audience coming back. I know that it's a little unnerving if you haven't been out for a long time to be back in a group like this. And feel free to, wear that mask if it makes you feel comfortable. We would just love to see you here and bring friends and family, and it just feels so good to be together again. I also just want to mention that we are in the middle of our annual fund drive, which goes from November 15th to December 31st, and anything you give, we turn into concerts. We turn it into music lessons for kids. We give them loaner instruments if their families can't give them instruments. We turn it into shows that we do at nursing homes and addiction recovery centers. We send our musicians out to schools to do master classes for music classes. There's just like no end to what you can do to heal the world with music, and that's really what we're out to do. So anything you can donate, we just appreciate it so much. You can just pick up one of these forms and you can tick the membership box or you can tick the annual fund box, but please do it before you go if you can. Mr. Peter, there you are. Peter hired me here. He hired me 27 years ago. We were, and Eva, I think Eva's here too. And we were sitting at a table right back there. It was like near the top of the stairs. Remember how the stairs used to kind of curve around a little bit? And we were sitting at a table right back there. And I'd heard of Cafe Lena for so long. And it was my first time in the place. It was a really cold December. And it was so dim. And I thought, well, it's not quite as fancy as I thought it would be. And I don't know, I fell in love with it right then, and I had such a fun conversation with them, and it wasn't like an interview at all. It was kind of like this show is. So please give them a welcome back to the stage, Peter Davis.
I really think without her, this place wouldn't exist. We really lucked out when she came to the interview. It's amazing what she does. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes, I can bend down. So, speaking about Cafe Lena, here's a song that I composed the music to, and Joel Moss, who's in the back doing the live stream. By the way, I guess while I'm at it, let's thank Joel Moss in the back. He gave up his former career as a 7-time Grammy winner in recording and engineering to move to Saratoga here, and he live streams all the shows here, and an amazing community resource. Also, Joe Duell, the longtime sound man. And oh yeah, Stanley, my first friend in Saratoga, Stanley McGahee. He's under the weather a little bit. Anyway, we wrote this song when the cafe was doing a fundraiser, and we called it "Where the Music Never Dies." Hope I can remember the words. Alice had a restaurant, Mary had a little lamb. But in Saratoga Springs, where by chance I am, there's a coffee house on Filer Street for 60 years or more. Cafe Lena, up the stairs through a crazy wooden door. Door no more. People sing of peace up there, and when they sing along, the world's a better place inside the lyrics of a song. Your voice can soften hearts and minds. Imagine and you'll see a brighter, hopeful future, and music is the key. From far and near, with arms held open wide, you'll share and hear the melodies that echo from countless caring voices that take the stage inside to shine a light on darkness, to just give peace a chance. Come up to Cafe Lena and let the music dance. Vagabonds and minstrels that stop along the way and show the threads of unity with tunes they come to play. Some whisper words of wisdom, some shout impassioned cries. They all are Cafe Lena, where the music never dies. From far and near, with arms held open wide, you'll share and hear the melodies that echo from countless caring voices that take the stage inside to shine a light on darkness, to just give peace a chance. Come up to Cafe Lena and let your spirit dance. To shine a light on darkness, you can see it in our eyes. Come up to Cafe Lena, where the music never dies. Jackie Robinson, I used to go to Ebbets Field. My people were from Brooklyn. Jackie Robinson, he would like wiggle the bat a little bit. Like he was up like this. Right. Duke Snyder was like this. His practice swing. And so one of the bands I'm in is called Peter, Paul, and George. And George couldn't be here tonight. George Wilson couldn't be here tonight, but Paul Rosenberg is here. And Paul has been my benefactor in a lot of ways because he decided, he's a dance caller, and he's the founder of the Flurry, the Dance Flurry Festival. There he is right there. And one day in 2005, he says to me, he said, "You're going to be like the next director of the Flurry." And I said, you got to be kidding, because there's like 250 sessions in one weekend, 600 or 800 performers that you have to hire and like things like. So I kind of laughed at him, but it came to pass. It came to pass, and I did it for from 2006 to 2018, and. Paul gets a lot of gigs in elementary schools, and we've been in 500 or 600 different schools, some of them multiple times. And after I did a 3-month stint in Shanghai playing music 6 nights a week in 2011, I came back with one of these, and The kids really love this thing. It's made out of a gourd, and I'll tell you the name. Repeat after me. Hulu-su. Right. And
How's it spelled?
in case they want to order one. He happens to have a case of them right in the trunk in his car. It sounds like this. Thanks. And it is sort of like a bagpipe type thing. You can open different, two different drone notes. Here's one of the drone notes. Here's the other drone note. Here's both drone notes. And honestly, when you're sitting in a gym with maybe 100 kids sitting on the floor, and you take this, you pick this thing up, and they get quiet immediately, and say, "I'm going to play this," and you kind of get ready, and they're really they're like totally mesmerized, and you start playing the sound of it. And wow, there's been a lot of kids introduced to the Hulu-su because of Paul Rosenberg right there. Yeah.
Is it a reed instrument?
Yes, there's a reed. Yeah, there's a reed inside there.
Don't forget to close the zipper on it.
He knows me well. I'm the clumsiest. I'm the clumsiest. I also grew up during the Vietnam War. I was draft age, and I'm old enough so that I did not have to get a lottery number. And so the only thing that could keep you out of going to Vietnam was doing different things. So I was an undergraduate, that kept me out. Then I graduated, I got married, my first wife, that kept me out. Then I went to grad school, that kept me out. Then I joined the United States Peace Corps, and I spent 2 2/3 years in Malawi, Central Africa. And I was supposed to be an English teacher, but when I got there, it was in a secondary school. We were preparing students for external exams called O-levels from Cambridge University. It was a very serious thing because if these high school students did well, which very few of them did, they would get to be a civil servant or somebody and eventually drive their Mercedes back to their village, or something like that. Otherwise, they would be poor subsistence farmers. And so they were very motivated students and wonderful. It's a wonderful place. Malawi was the place that David Livingstone said after he toured Africa that would be the best place for Europeans to live climate-wise and stuff like that. Anyway, I learned a song, a Swahili song while I was there. And this is the first song that my wife Bev heard me play. It's called Malaika. It got pretty popular. A lot of people recorded it, Miriam Makeba. And I'm changing the style. It's an East African song, but I'm doing it in what they call Zulu jive, a South African rhythmic style that was also on the radio in Malawi. Radio Malawi was the radio station, and they had three kinds of music: South African Zulu jive, also called Simanji Manji. Later, Paul Simon kind of made it famous, and then they had Congo, Zaire rumba music, which was incredible. The band that was the best at that was called OK Jazz. And the third kind was Jim Reeves. Jim Reeves was played on all the African English-speaking radio stations, I think because the words were so slow. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Anyway, you'd hear all this great African music, and then you'd hear a Jim Reeves song. Anyway, some of the music I absorbed kind of like sounds a little bit like this. Kijana mwenzio nashindwa na mali sina we nakupenda malaika nashindwa na mali sina we nakupenda malaika. Now what this song is talking about, a man who wants to get married and he loves Malaika, but he doesn't have the money for the dowry. And he feels so bad that he can't marry her. Kidege, nakupenda kidege. Kidege, nakupenda kidege. Kijana mwenzio nashindwa na mali sina we ngekuoa malaika nashindwa na mali sina we ngekuoa malaika. Pesa za suowo roho yangu Oh, pesa, zasuowa roho yangu, na mini fanyenje, kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na malisio, gekuwa malaika, nashindwa na malisio, gekuwa Thank you. So, in 1976, somebody called me and they said, it's the bicentennial of America, and we would like you to do a tour of all the schools in Saratoga and play some kind of patriotic music. And as I intimated before, I was definitely a lefty from and you know, when you're a freelancer and just trying to, a lot of times you just say, oh yeah, I can do that, you know. But anyway, I came up with the idea that bluegrass music was an American art form, and so I became a bluegrass banjo player, and I don't do it much anymore. Anyway, we did that tour. The name of that band was called the Saratoga Squirrel Barkers. And we did okay. And later that year, a friend of mine, Butch Walkanowski, called me up and he said, I think that they need a banjo player at the track. And so uncharacteristically, I took the bull by the horns and I called up and I got a hold of somebody, and the guy said, tomorrow's opening day. He says, come on down at 10 o'clock in the morning and audition. So I called one of the guys from the Squirrel Barkers, Frank Orsini, and I said, do you have like a third guy that could like do this? And he said, yeah, I got this friend George Wilson, and we all had full heads of brown hair at that time. So we got there. First of all, we were pretty much like the hippiest, worst dressers, worst clothes of like anybody. And here we are walking into the racetrack. And we found this guy named Harvey Pack. And Harvey Pack was the track handicapper. All he cared about was betting in horses. Somebody had told him, hire some musicians. So we get in there, and he goes, play something. So we play some song, something like dark clouds arise and sure sign of rain. Put your old gray bonnet on, sweet little Liza Jane. Oh, I got a pig home in the pen, corn to feed him on. All I need's a pretty little gal, feed him when I'm gone. Oh, bake them biscuits, Liza, bake them good and brown. When we get them biscuits baked, we're Alabama bound. Oh, I got a pig home in the pen, corn to feed him on. All I need's a pretty little gal, feed him when I'm gone. Oh, apples in the summertime, peaches in the fall. I won't have none at all. One more time. I got a pig home in the pen, corn feed him on my knees, a pretty little gal. Feed him when I'm gone. Well, his reaction was, that's bluegrass. He was waiting for, they was thinking about the other kind of banjo player playing like Your Father's Mustache kind of music. Jazz on the banjo, right? So luckily, in Harper College, Binghamton, New York, Burl Nussbaum had showed me one song in that style. So I said, oh, we know that. We know how to do that. And so here's what that song sounded like. I said, I've told this story many times, but come on. So, but I've never got to do it with the musical examples. Oh, I turned the wrong one. Number 3, they called out. So here's what Burl Nussbaum showed me. Dear one, the world is waiting for the sunrise. Every rosebud is covered with dew, and the world is waiting for the sunrise. My dear, I'm waiting for you. Les Paul and Mary Ford did that one, among other people. So Harvey looks at us and he goes, all right, you got the job. And then he goes, go home and get dressed and come back in 2 hours. Well, we thought we were in our best clothes already. Well, we went back to my street, George Street, because they weren't from this town, and we borrowed clothes from neighbors and stuff like that. And Frank and I, at least, have been there ever since 1976, except for 2020 pandemic year. And so here's a couple more songs that we do at the track. This one is a song that my daughter Lisa helped me write. Her family was going to come, but unfortunately, they're home with, some of them have COVID, but let's try this one. So we wrote this one to the tune of a song called Louisiana, about Saratoga. And we do this every year at the track. My heart is aching to see some racing, some jazz or a ballet show. I still remember that past September when I had to go. I'm through knocking around, I'm Saratoga bound. Saratoga, Saratoga, I've been sad, mighty sad. Saratoga, Saratoga, now I'm glad, I'm so glad. I'll be swinging and I'll be singing every night and every day. I'll be dancing and romancing the sweet, sweet sound of old Broadway. Saratoga, I'm gonna show you how to win, how to win. The old casino where Mary Lou goes partying. Went dancing in the dark down at Congress Park. Daytime at the track, nighttime at SPAC. In Saratoga, Saratoga, my home. Now this next song is one that one of the bandmates, and this guy is a guy that has taught me a lot of music, Don Dworkin. He's probably sleeping over there in his home in Barcelona, Spain, where he moved. He comes here to lead the band, the Red Hot Feet Warmers. That's the house band at the track. And but if you're in a band with somebody, there's some tunes that other band members just can't stand to do. And so we each have like a veto power over like one or two songs. Now this one I learned because my daughter, who's here tonight, Adrienne, who lives in Toronto, was doing plays as a kid. And so she was in the Schuylerville Community Theater, she was in Schenectady Light Opera, and like different things. And I had to, we had to drive her. Bev and I had to drive her. And so this was one of her featured songs that she got to sing in Annie in the Schenectady Light Opera Company. And especially if you are a woman or a female, I'm going to get into trouble here. Forget it. This is something that, like girls kind of loved this play, and boys too. Everybody loves it. If you, I've already done some politically incorrect things, and this is another one. Sorry. Number 184. Sing along if you know it. Hey hobo man, hey dapper Dan, you sure got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a. Your clothes may be Beau Brummely, they stick out a mile, and brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe, that matters. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Just sing the melody with me. La da 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 da. It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe, that matters. That chord progression at the end of the bridge is what Don couldn't really get. So that's why he didn't want to do the song. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while, you're never fully dressed, though you may look the best, Ba-da-ba-da-boo-ba-da-ba-da. I'd like to give a shout out to my wonderful wife, Beverly. Because even though it looks so easy to like do this and I'm like so at home and at ease, I've definitely gone through some changes in the last 6 months since I booked this in my mind. And, that was, and she's had to go through a lot putting up with me getting ready for this. So I'm sure we'll both be happy tomorrow. Tomorrow is only a day away. Yeehaw! Get the rope. There's somebody in Norway that said they were going to tune into this, and they wanted to hear a special song, so I'll do a little bit of the baby medley that we do at the track. At the racetrack, there's a lot of kids that come and dance around to the music that we play. So when we see some little babies, we do a couple of baby songs. And also at Ashokan, which is where I'm really lucky to be on staff at Western and Swing Week and at New Year's weekend, and that's run by Jay Unger and Molly Mason. We do sing-alongs, and no song too corny. I mean, there's a lot of corny songs, but who cares? And so here we go. First one's Babyface. Oh, Babyface, you got the cutest little baby face. There's not another one to take your place. Babyface, my poor heart is jumping. You sure have started something, Babyface. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I didn't need a shove, but then I fell in love with that pretty little Babyface. Everybody, Babyface, sing it. Babyface, you got the cutest little baby. You got the cutest little Babyface. There's not another one to take about. There's not another one to take. Babyface, my poor heart is jumping. Babyface, I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I didn't need a shove, that's when I fell in love with that pretty little Babyface. Now a song that's from one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen this movie, you gotta see it. 1,000 Clowns. I saw the play on Broadway with Jason Robards, and anyway, they sing this song a lot in the movie. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Yes, sir, I decided. No, sir, can't hide it. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. By the way, when we come to Cafe Lena, we'll say, everybody now, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, we're happy in my blue heaven. Just a turn to the right, little white light, we're happy in my blue heaven. There'll be a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We're happy in my blue heaven. What key was I in? Right? E flat. Okay, one more. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles. The whole world smiles. When you're laughing, the sun comes shine. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop that sighing, be happy again. Oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Ba-ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-do-ba-do, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-do-ba-ba-ba-ba-do-ba-ba-ba-do-ba-do-ba-ba-da. Everybody, when you're smiling, oh, it's so happy, the whole world smiles with you. Ain't it the truth? Smiling, when you're smiling, the sun comes shining through. When you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop that sighing, be happy again. Everybody, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. So what I was talking about before is that most people that know me and see me perform and stuff, they think that I'm a very confident person, but in reality, my upbringing and a lot of things that happened to me have made me a very unconfident person. And now I'd like to do a song by the opposite type of person that inspires me. And his name was Jelly Roll Morton. Jelly Roll Morton was supposedly, he claimed he was the inventor of jazz, and he had quite the large ego, as you will see in this song. And so sound people and Joel and Joe, I'm going to goat the piano and do my best to do Jelly Roll Morton. It's called From the Land Across the Sea. I forgot the name. It's on this list. It's called Mr. Jelly Lord. And there was a guy floating around Saratoga for a while, 20 or 30 years ago, named John Thibodeau. And he was a wonderful finger-picking guitarist, and he showed me this song. I don't know if anybody remembers John. Here's what Jelly Roll Morton thought of himself. Foreign lands across the sea, they knight a man for bravery. make him a duke or a count, you see. Must be a member of the royalty. Now Mr. Jelly played a jazzy thing in the temple by the queen and the king, and all at once he struck upon a harmony chord. The king said, make Jelly a lord. Mr. Jelly Lord, he simply roared at the old keyboard. He played jazz music as a rule, as he sat on his throne, a piano stool, oh, with his melodies. I mean, he strokes those ivories, and now at home or even abroad, they call him Mr. Jelly Lord. Yeah, yeah, they call him Mr. Jelly Lord. Now when Mr. Jelly struck his hometown, a load of people, they gathered round. They said, Mr. Jelly, you're so grand, gonna make you the king of Dixieland. Now all the people from far and near, oh, said, Mr. Jelly, you got nothing to fear. The preacher man said at the day of the fair, if we can't make him the king, we'll make him the mayor. Now Mr. Jelly Lord, he simply roared at the old keyboard. Oh, you should see him walking down the street. The man's an angel with great big feet. Oh, with his melody, I mean, he strokes those ivories. Oh, and now at home or even abroad, they call him Mr. Jelly Lord. Oh, yeah, they call him Mr. Jelly Lord. Well, I'm catching something. Holy man. Probably not. I'm probably not catching. A couple more songs, how about that? Here's a song that my younger son, Benjamin, likes to sing. It's a song by Vic Chestnut, and it's called Whatever the Reason. I changed one of the words, you'll see which one. I don't believe in Santa, but I do like his cheer. And I love all of you, and I'm glad that you are here. Jesus was not born in December like they say. He was placed there to replace a pagan holiday. Whatever the reason, whatever the season, I love you, all of you, mother huggers, and I'm glad that you are here. Look out. Sing it. Whatever the reason, whatever the season, I love you, all of you, mother huggers, and I'm glad that you are here. Unfortunately, there's no more verses to this song so clear, but at Cafe Lena, your singing is so very dear. And thank you for coming out to hear me tonight. I'm so thankful you gave me the light, whatever the reason, whatever the reason, whatever the season, I love you, oh, mother huggers, and I'm glad that you are here. One more time, look out. Whatever the reason, whatever the season, I love all of you, mother huggers, and I'm glad that you are here. My son Tim Davis, who's in the audience tonight, he unearthed that song and so many others. So here's a Bob Dylan song that's also should be in the holiday song rotation, in the winter song rotation, but I don't think it isn't. And this could be the last song. What song is that? Oh yeah, Bolero. This is Bob Dylan. He must have gone to some resort in the Catskills with some woman that he was involved with. And he wrote this song called Winterlude. And it's a waltz if anybody wants to waltz. No, that's not it. Second, another half step. Winterlude, Winterlude, my little darling. Winterlude by the road tonight. Tonight there'll be no quarreling. Everything's gonna be alright. I see by the angel beside me that love has a reason to shine. You're the one I adore. Come over here and give me more. Winterlude, this dude thinks you're fine. Bev, this song goes out to you. I hope we do some winterluding soon. Do some winterluding sooning. We're sooning gonna be to do some winterluding. We're soon gonna lose, and soon we're gonna lose. Winterlude, this dude thinks you. Winterlude, Winterlude, my little apple. Winterlude by the corn in the field. Winterlude, let's go down to the chapel. Then come back and cook up a meal. We'll go down where the skating rink glistens. down by the old crossroads sign. The snow is so cold, but our love can be bold. Winterlude, this dude thinks you're fine. Winterlude, Winterlude, my little daisy. Winterlude by the telephone wire. Winterlude, it's making me lazy. Come on and throw a couple more logs on the fire. The snow light reflects through the window. Where the moonlight, they cover the sands. Come out tonight, everything's alright. Winterlude, this dude thinks you're fine. Winterlude, Winterlude, my little darling. Everybody. Winterlude, Winterlude, my little darling. Winterlude by the road tonight. Winterlude by the road tonight. Tonight there'll be no quarreling. Tonight there'll be no quarreling. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be. I see by the angel beside me. I see by the angel beside me that love has a reason to shine. Love has a reason to shine. You're the one I adore. You're the one I adore. Come over here and give me more. Winterlude, this dude thinks you're fine. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you. Annie and Johnny, I told you I wouldn't use an iPad. But I'm going to use one for the encore. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I hardly ever used one of these before. And now, here's a song that's written by my oldest son, Tim Davis. How would I do this? I can do it. Bod go. I mostly know it. It's called It's What You Do. If you're a dog, you shit and bark. It's what you do. If you're a car, you drive and park. It's what you do. If you're a tree, you sit and be. But this is new. Say I love you. It's what you do. It's a love song. If you're Jill, run up the hill. It's what you do. If you're Jack, fall down and crack your crown. Boo. Fairy tales go off the rails. But this is true. Say I love you, it's what you do. So the middle part is just have an instrumental part that we can sing. It sounds like this. Ooh. If you're on fire, stop, drop, and roll. That's what you do. If you're in heat, roll back the sheets. It's what you do. If I'm getting warm, unlock the door. Turn the screw. Say I love you. It's what you do. If you're my girl, you tilt a whirl, that's what you do. Kiss and tell on the carousel, it's what you do. Can't get enough of your tunnel of love. You're no fool, say I love you, it's what you do. La la. La, la, la. Same thing, but go up. La, la, la. Same note and down. La, la, la. La, 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 la. If you're a dog, you shit and bark. It's what you do, 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 do. Dang, forgot about that do-do. If you're a car, you drive and park. It's what you do. If you're a tree, you sit and be. But this is new. Say I love you. It's what you do. Sing it. But this is new. Say I love you. It's what you do. One more. But this is new. Say I love you. It's what you do. Thank you, everybody. Well, that's a double encore. Most of the people that are waiting tables and working in the kitchen and stuff are volunteers here, so there's a tip jar out there when you step out. Well, a music legend and icon passed away, who was a great friend of ours. This guy's name is Pete Sutherland. And Pete one of the geniuses of traditional and songwriting that I've been so lucky to play with so many of these different people. In this group I was in with him called the Clayfoot Strutters. He has a whole volume of fiddle tunes that he's written, waltzes that he's written, humorous tunes that he's written, and serious songs. But I just realized that all the good songs that I do in Annie and the Hedonist, I didn't do any of them tonight. But this one is one that Pete wrote called Geezerville. And, whoops. I say, what's going on here? Oops. I'm getting tired. Anybody else? Number 12 hit the mic. Anybody else like Morocco? I like Morocco. Now, was France Morocco's colonial master? Yeah, so they're playing France in the semifinal. That should be good. So it's a call and response. So I go like this, and you repeat after me. Geezerville, don't you wanna go where the brain cells shrink and the waistlines grow? You've climbed the mountain, now you're over the hill. And life could be so sweet when you take your seat in Geezerville. That's the chorus. You ain't that dude I used to know. Are you dead or just moving slow? You can shake a leg if you took a pill, or be like us and ride the bus to Geezerville. Sing it. Geezerville, don't you wanna go where the brain cells shrink and the waistlines grow? You've climbed the mountain, now you're over the hill. Life could be so sweet when you take your seat in Geezerville. In your mind, you run and play, and in your heart, you got so much to say. Down in your gut, the fires are burning still. Or is that gas? We'll let it pass in Geezerville. Everyone. Geezerville, don't you wanna go where the brain cells shrink and the waistlines grow? You've climbed the mountain, now you're over the hill. Life could be so sweet when you take your seat in Geezerville. I think I'm getting my trigger finger's coming back. It's one more verse. I'm in Geezerville. Them foolish youth, they roll their eyes when some old coot come shuffling by. They hurry on to the next big thrill. Better watch their speed, 'cause all roads lead to Geezerville. Oh, Geezerville, don't you wanna go where the brain cells shrink and the waistlines grow and grow? You climb the mountain, now you're over the hill. Life could be so sweet when you take your seat in Geezerville. Life could be so sweet when you take your seat in Geezerville. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Joe on the sound, Joel, Sarah Craig. Thank you for my wife for putting up with me again. Thank you all for coming. All right. I really appreciate it. Thank you.